You've made a number of big moves and changes, in fact, in terms of the operating system around the iPhone in the past year, around privacy, specifically to give users the access and optionality to effectively say, no, I don't want to be tracked. We're starting to learn the impact of that, not just on users themselves, but on some of the companies and developers on your platform. Collectively, it appears that there have been estimates that companies like Facebook and Google and others have lost about $10 billion in revenue as a function of not being able to track users. Do you think that's a good thing?
I think I don't know about the estimates, Andrew, so I can't testify to those kind of numbers. But I think that from our point of view, privacy is a basic human right, and that the people that ought to be deciding whether the data shared is the person themselves. And so what we've been all about is putting the power with the user. We're not making the decision. We're just simply prompting them to be asked if they want to be tracked across apps or not. And of course, many of them are deciding no and never wanted to be. It's just that they didn't have a choice before. And so I feel really good, and I'm getting great feedback from users about having the choice.
Okay, so what do you do personally? And I will tell you, I oscillate. There's sometimes where I'll say you can track me while the app is open. Sometimes I say you can track me all the time. Very rare, actually, that I say you can track me all the time. And a lot of times I say don't track me at all.
I do a combination of those two. And to me, it depends on the trust of the developer.
So that's a great question, though. But how do you know?
I'm not sure you really know definitively, but you have a feel. And I think the companies that are more trusted are likely getting very different results than those that are not trusted.
That's fascinating. In terms of that trust, obviously one of the companies that's come under a lot of fire for trust is Facebook. When you think about what we've seen over the last several months in terms of news that's come out around mental health and the way teenagers use phones, but maybe more in particular use apps, I'm curious what your reaction has been to all of that.
I think mental health is one of the most important topics of the time. And I think it's been taboo for so long. It hasn't been out where people felt free to talk about it. And I think it deserves great research and study, and that all of us should care about making products that help people's mental health, not plays against that.
So you've worked on adding screen time and all sorts of other features. But then there are apps on the platform that now are raising questions, like Instagram, like Facebook. We've heard, Mark Benioff say that Facebook is the equivalent of a tobacco company. Does it make you rethink what apps are allowed on the platform?
It makes me rethink about the tools that we're providing and to make sure that we're providing great tools for people. Ultimately, I think it's the person's choice. But I know that when we implemented screen time, I found that I was doing things I didn't know I was doing. And so I think having sort of a truth point where you can't deny that you're spending X hours a week on things that you might not want to spend X hours a week on, or getting hundreds of notifications in a day. These kind of things, it's powerful what the data will do to your behavior. And I know that I've changed my behavior based on screen time.